Rush. It's very well hit and very well held. There was real coordination about the build-up here. And Rush had an option. Michael Thomas was making that run, but Rush went for goal. And it was a shot that needed stopping. Now Jones needs Herring back, and they're all now pretty much in place. They hope. It's Burrow's ball. Oh, and Rush beaten out by Lukic, and he stopped the follow-up from his own old Arsenal teammate Michael Thomas. Well, it was an incisive piece of play from Liverpool in the end. It ran for Rush, facing the goal, blasted away, stopped the first time by Lukic, and he was bright enough and quick enough to prevent Thomas turning it in. That's a terrific piece of goalkeeping. Not in full working order. Off Barnes. Burrows has missed it, and it's off the line by Houghton from Fairclough. Ball actually came off Barnes, then Chris White got to it. Grobbelaar labouring, and very grateful that Ray Houghton was there to stop Fairclough scoring.
Oakes lets it run to Pembridge, drives. Oh, he hit the bar! What a great idea from Luton.
Peak with Hughes. Oh, and a nice little touch on when he was falling, and Sharp with a chance to score here, and he does it. A fortunate break for Manchester United when Peak stumbled again. Great bit of play to put Sharp through, and he scores his first league goal of the season.
It's a hard one for Pembridge, very tight. Back to Priest, try to get it into Mick Harper, up he goes. Hits the bar, Harper! Mick Harper puts Luton Town back in it. The head waiter at the far post shows what tremendous aerial ability he has.
Wednesday took a bit of a gamble at the Dell by risking David Hurst's Achilles tendon. Typically, he made sure the gamble paid off with the game's only goal.
And what can Sheffield United do from this? Hodges takes the kick. Chance, it's gone in from Bobby Davison. And Arsenal were caught completely cold and flat-footed. Gannon. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Chances here. Davison off the bar. Davison again hit Bryson's knee. And Bobby Davison was so close to his second goal. And for Dean to chase, but Seaman should be there first. Not a brilliant idea. Here's Hodges. Is he going in? Off the bar and over. Well, he's been watching Bruce Grobbelaar. Wonderful effort from Glyn Hodges. So nearly repeated what Brian Deane did against Liverpool a few weeks ago. 3 in the penalty area, 3 more just outside. That's aimed at Alan Smith. Back for Campbell. Can Campbell turn? 1-1. 5 in 6 games for Kevin Campbell.
Sheeran comes back to Sheeran, and it's opened up for Neil Poynton, and Manchester City have the lead in the first couple of minutes. Simpson searching out a lovely ball to Mike Sheeran, looking for the right ball. Wayne Clark, and it was the right ball.
It's understandable that Forest have looked a little weary of late, given their demanding schedule. But this was a much sharper performance from them. A smartly worked opening goal involved Teddy Sheringham and Gary Crosby in the build-up, although Scott Gemmell's shot seemed to catch Villa goalkeeper Nigel Spink by surprise. No surprise that Sheringham should find his way onto the scoresheet though. Forest's leading scorer was in the right place in the second half to nod in at Torvalda Orligson's cross. 2-0 to Forest, who face the league leaders at Old Trafford on Monday. These West London neighbours were involved in a thrilling 2-2 draw back in the autumn, but the return fixture was going to have to go some to match that drama with only pride at stake. There was at least reason to be proud for Steve Clarke, Chelsea's right back, who scored his first goal for just short of 18 months. The build-up to goal 2 was route 1. From Dave Besant's kick, just 2 touches were needed to send Dennis Wise clear. Jan Stejskal dashed out and jumped in feet first. Straightforward decision for the referee, that. Wise got to his feet and kept his head. The match petered out after that, much as Chelsea's season has, and the closing stages were played at little more than testimonial pace. This must be a contender for slowest counter-attack of the season. It worked, though. As the home defenders stood off, Bradley Allen produced a neat turn and a precise finish past a furious Besant. It made little difference, though. Rangers' third successive 2-1 defeat. Great entertainment at White Hart Lane, although if this is how Tottenham defend set pieces, it's little wonder they've now conceded more goals at home than anyone else in the First Division. As the white shirts charged first one way, then the other, it was left to Lawrie Sanchez to provide the finesse. The game less than a minute old. Wimbledon scored first in the reverse fixture last September too, only to end up losing 5-3. Gary Lineker scored 4 that day, and as he finished a terrific passing move to bring Spurs level, it was clear that the Dons hadn't learned their lesson. Lineker is a master at finding space where he has no right to, and of taking advantage when the chances come his way. Here's Exhibit B, his 33rd goal of the season. That sort of finishing is just what England will be looking for at the European Championships this summer, although he's unlikely to be given quite the levels of freedom in Sweden that he was by Wimbledon's defence. That should have been Lineker's hat-trick, but John Hendry followed in to make sure after Hans Segers had saved. You're never quite certain if 3 goals will be enough for Tottenham these days. They have let in 3 to Coventry and 5 to Aston Villa in recent home games after all, but they kept Wimbledon to 2 as Robbie Earle had the final word. Spurs climb above the Dons into 12th.
Everton completed the double over Coventry. Peter Beagrie creating the space well and benefiting from a deflection.
Having gone 15 league matches without a victory, Notts County have won 2 in a row just when their survival hopes seem to have disappeared. They're getting the lucky breaks too by the looks of it. Rob Matthews' winner was aided by a deflection and the sort of spin that even Richards and Sobers might have been flummoxed by.